Bonjour à tous. Hello everybody. 안녕하세요. 저는 임용우 영국민 혁신 사무엘을 합니다. 일단 행사를 위해서 제가 영어로 진행하겠지만 한국말로 할 수 있습니다. So I was just saying I do speak Korean, but for the uniform of this session, we'll do it in English. So I'll do a very quick presentation on what Quebec does with Korea. You guys probably don't know, so I'll do it very quickly, hopefully in 5 minutes. So Quebec is situated in Canada. We're in the eastern part of Canada. And just to let you know, there are quick statistics, but the most important thing is there's quite a lot of Koreans living in Quebec, so there's quite a lot of collaboration going on. Also, if you know, Quebec is a very special, it's very specially situated in Canada. We do have our first language as French as well, a very unique culture in terms of French, so we do, so it's a big province there. But for that, I'm going to skip that. So one thing you guys really need to know is what's very special about Quebec is we have presence all around the world. So for example, if Koreans go to Vivatech, there's a Quebec presence there. Maybe Koreans go to Barcelona for MWC, we have an office there. So that's how we really collaborate. So just wanted to highlight that. There's offices all over the place. So yes, collaborate with us, but also you could collaborate with some of the other Quebec representations around the world as well. Political background, so I do research and innovation, which means I do science, tech, innovation collaboration between Quebec and Korea in all sectors, quantum, aerospace, AI. But the political background is there was a Canada-Korea STA agreement signed around 2017-18, and that created a political background to say, hey, Canada, Korea, let's do collaboration in science and tech innovation. Therefore, there's some budgets, some programs, and there's a lot of things that came out actually from this agreement. So just wanted to say that there is a political agreement. FTA, of course, as well, long ago in the early 2010s. So what do I do? This is my mandate in all sectors, but we help facilitate joint research programs. We do B2Bs. I take Koreans on a mission to Quebec so they could meet and do stuff. Also bring lots of Quebecois to Korea as well. And today we have Biron AI and Cubic Space exhibiting. They're very innovative technology startups, so do visit them as well. So why Quebec? So Quebec, we're very special in terms of research and innovation and development. As you know, Korea spends almost 5% in government expenditure in R&D. Quebec spends quite a lot as well. We're actually number one within the provinces of Canada. You can see the statistics here as well. So I just wanted to highlight that we have a very good ecosystem in terms of government support, in terms of funding, and we have this the foundations. So just wanted to highlight that. This is our team. Quebec team, we have a very big presence here. We have 12 people. When I started, it was actually 4. But thanks to our minister and Korea as well, of course, we grew our team. So yes, we do research innovation. We also do trade. We also do FDI. But also, there's also culture as well. Probably you've heard of Cirque du Soleil or 태양의 Circus. That's actually from Quebec. So we have a very cool, I guess, ecosystem for everything. One of the things I also always want to highlight is, so why Quebec, Korea? Very similar priorities, AI, aerospace, battery, whatnot, but I always want to highlight that maybe Quebec's a bit better in terms of fundamental research, doing the theoretical perspectives, and Korea with their conglomerates and VCs, whatnot, they're a bit better in applied research. So I always say, hey, that's a great partnership. So programs for collaboration, as I mentioned, we signed the STA agreement, and this program came out. It's a joint research program between KIAT and NRC. And I always want to highlight that if you want to do joint research, why not talk to me? I'll help you find a partner. You could apply together and get some funding to do research. That's another one, Prima Quebec. It's on advanced materials and quantum with a National Research Foundation of Korea, but I'm not going to go into details too much, but we do have a lot of programs. Another program for startups with Mila through Seoul AI Hub. Just wanted to highlight that we also help a lot of startups do collaboration together. And lastly, so how do we collaborate? The most important thing is you have to meet. Yes, there's Zoom and whatnot, but I mean, Zoom still is something, but you have to maybe meet 10 times, build the relations, build the trust, and actually do collaboration that way. So we have many upcoming missions. Like I said, I bring a lot of Quebec entities to Korea, but I also go myself. So actually, I'll be going to Canada for the Canada-Korea Conference in Science and Technology in July. I'll be taking a lot of startups, entities, research organizations, governments as well. So if you're interested, please do contact me, and perhaps we could do some of these collaboration together. So that's that. So thank you so much. Without further ado, we'll play a quick Research Innovation Quebec video, and then we'll have the rest of the session with the fireside chat. Thank you so much.
If you're looking for an ideal business partner, you've come to the right place. Quebec has many advantages that will make your enterprise more competitive. First, strategic advantages. For example, a safe business environment and preferential tariffs thanks to a host of free trade agreements that link Quebec to more than 50 foreign markets. Or privileged access to large North American markets. Quebec is served by a reliable and efficient intermodal logistic network, which means more fluidity at our borders and optimal merchandise management. Quebec also boasts other vital advantages, such as an entrepreneurial force with a great capacity for innovation. Quebec is a hub for AI, artificial intelligence, and a world leader in many other high-tech sectors. With us, your enterprise will always be a step ahead of the competition. Another substantial advantage are sound environmental practices. Quebec counts on ecologically responsible materials and clean and renewable energy. Our products respect the environment and contribute to reducing your carbon footprint. What's more, we speak the same language. We speak business in French and in English. Dynamic, proactive, and cutting-edge, enterprises in Quebec constantly seek to improve themselves so that they can offer high-quality, innovative products and services. Their objective? To stand out in international markets thanks to unrivaled service and customized products that respond to your specific needs, offered at a competitive price. Make no mistake, in Quebec, no project, whatever its scope, is beyond us. Rolling up our sleeves? It's in our DNA. Our enterprises already contribute to the success of thousands of other companies throughout the world. More than just suppliers, they will become true partners in your growth. Profit from these advantages.
네, 좋은 발표해 주신 앤드류 님 감사합니다. Thank you so much, Andrew Lim, for your good presentation as well as very interesting video as well. 네, 다음으로는요. 지금 퀘벡과 한국이 어떻게 손을 잡고 또 글로벌 혁신들을 만들어내고 있는지 구체적인 사례들을 통해서 소개를 해드릴 텐데요. 지금 무대가 준비가 되는 대로 모더레이터 분과 패널 분들을 무대 앞으로 모시고 패널 토론을 진행을 해볼 예정입니다. 네, 퀘벡이 가진 굉장히 개방적이고 포용적인 혁신 환경과 또 한국의 빠르고 역동적인 기술 생태계가 어떻게 잘 손을 잡고 혁신을 만들어낼 수 있는지 정말 궁금해지는데요. 네, 지금 곧 이어지는 패널 토론에서는 어떻게 이런 협력들이 작동을 할 수 있는지 그리고 앞으로 또 어떤 확장 가능성이 있는지 더욱더 깊이 있게 또 심도 있는 깊이로 살펴보게 될 텐데요. 퀘벡 한국 간의 협력 사례를 넘어서 또 글로벌 혁신 협력의 방향성까지도 함께 고민해 볼 수 있는 시간이라고 생각이 되겠습니다. 네, 그럼 저희 모더레이터 분과 그리고 패널 분들을 무대로 모시겠습니다. 네, 지금 계속해서 자리를 해주고 계십니다. 네, 제가 한 분 한 분 소개를 해드릴 텐데요. 제가 한 분 한 분 소개를 해드릴 때마다 큰 박수로 맞이해 주시기 바랍니다. 네. 저희 모데레이터 KDI 국제정책대학원 이태준 교수님 모셨습니다. 큰 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. Next, Government de Quebec Minister Martine Biron is joining for us. Please give her a big round of applause. We also have a Chief Representative, Damien Pereira. Please give him a big round of applause. 네, 그럼 이제 교수님께 제가 마이크를 넘겨드리도록 하겠습니다.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm very honored to be with you today. The NextRise 2025 is one of the Asia's the largest and most influential global startup fair, serving as a critical platform for innovation, collaboration, and growth in economy. South Korea and Quebec are building a strategic partnership that center on innovation and sustainability and digital economy. Today on the NextRise, the survey is a dynamic platform for foster mutual understanding and a global networking and a partnership, startup scaling and a global expansion, innovation and a technology exchange. The central questions we are gathered here to explore today is this: and why international collaboration, and Quebec, South Korea, successful cases and a unique approach to innovation. Guided by this theme, as we look forward to hearing from two distinguished figures representing Quebec and the digital economy and an ecosystem. Building on these overarching questions, that I have prepared for the sub-questions to guide our discussion. Let me begin with the first questions. Mr. Biron, first questions. What drives Quebec to collaborate internationally, in particular with South Korea?
Thank you, David. Bonjour à tous. Je pense qu'il y a quelques francophones et des amoureux de la langue française. Alors, permettez-moi de vous saluer. Annyeonghaseyo, c'est à peu près le seul mot en coréen que je connais, mais quand même. Good morning, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here and to tell you a little bit about Quebec. Quebec made a choice about 65 years ago is to build an important international network around the world. We've been working on the Indo-Pacific region as well as Europe, United States, South America, and Africa. We have an office of Quebec in Korea for about 34 years. So we have diplomatic relation, cultural and economic with Korea for a very long time. It's the second time that I come here in South Korea in my mandate. Last time was 2 years ago, and it demonstrates the importance of South Korea for Quebec. And I must say that the buzzword is AI, and Quebec and South Korea has perfect link in AI. In Montreal, we have the biggest center of research in IA, is in Montreal. It's more than 1,000 researchers, and everybody I meet here knows about Mila Institute. Here, on this ground, I met two startups from Quebec who made a partnership with South Korea. First of all, I want to talk to you about Biron AI. It's a Montreal startup who made a partnership with Koreans. In one word, this startups is like a modern Dr. Dolittle. It's special because they manage a collar with a sensor that you put on your dog neck, and you can sense his emotion. I can tell you it's going to be a huge hit in Montreal and in Quebec, because in Quebec everybody loves their pet. I suggest that they integrate cats. I think it's going to be very popular in Quebec. But what I mean, it's AI at its best, and it's a partnership. It was not possible for this startup from Montreal to grow up without a partnership with South Korea. The second startups that I want to present to you from Quebec is Cubic Space, led by Nicolas Routier. Nicolas Routier is a normal Quebecer name. Is a guy from Montreal, and he works on 3D visual solution to reduce dizziness and disorientation when you look at it. And it's a challenge. You know, probably this spring you're going to be able to pick up your phone and make a picture or a video in 3D, and you're going to be able to look at it without be surprised. So it's a new technology, and Cubic is looking for a partnership with Korea. Why Korea? Because they're the best in AI. So there's really a match at this moment with Quebec in AI and South Korea. So this is what we do in Quebec. We do business with the best, with the most reliable, and South Korea respond to the values from Quebec, and in AI it's top. So that's why we have a presence here in South Korea.
Thank you for your valuable response. The Quebec and South Korea maintain a strong partnership and genuine collaboration through the innovative, the actions and the investment and the research and even the government support. The second questions, let's move on to the second questions. This is directed to Mr. Pereira. What makes Quebec's innovation ecosystem distinctive from around the world?
Thank you very much, David. And I'd like again to mention how proud we are to have our Minister of International Relations here today at this NextRise event to support Quebec companies. So again, we are very proud of it. So what makes Quebec ecosystem innovation special? I think we have the full spectrum of the innovation scaled. If we look at the TRL scale, we start early on the fundamental research and we'll go all the way to commercialization with different tools. One of the most efficient tools is what we call the RSRI, so they are funding agencies that promote collaboration between industries and research. So they will support with funding tools to implement this kind of research collaboration. And the good news is that they have a huge international collaboration aspect of it. So one of our roles in Seoul is to help constitute this collaboration between South Korean companies and Quebec companies or Quebec Research Institute, South Korean universities. We have all these people working together and submit a project and receive a funding to research together. We have in the aerospace industry with CRIAC, Prompt in ICT, AI, cybersecurity, Prima Quebec, which is working in advanced material and quantum technology. These three already work with partners in Korea, but we have many more in medtech, in biopharma, in energy and transport electrification. So that's one of the greatest tools we have to initiate collaboration with South Korean partner. Another one is the innovation zone. The Quebec government since 2022 has launched an innovation zone strategy to bring together companies, research institute, talents, universities in defined geographic zones. So according to their specialty and their skills, the government of Quebec is building these clusters of knowledge and these clusters or these hubs of innovation. So we have already 4 officially designated hubs. One of them is District, working on quantum technology in Sherbrooke. Another one is Technum in Bromont, working on semiconductors. So that's a really important sector for collaboration with Korea. And we also have energy transition and aerospace. So all this is a second really important tool. And if I want to complete, there is what we call the diplomacy, the scientific diplomacy that the government of Quebec is doing differently maybe than other. And we have scientists in residence program. So in our office in Seoul, we have one scientific in residence, which is a doctorate from a university in Quebec, which has the chance to come to Korea and to work with us to help us link our innovation ecosystem between Korea and Quebec. So that's very useful. One last thing I wanted to mention is Horizon Europe. So Quebec is member of Horizon Europe as a full spectrum country with Canada, Korea as well. So this is another tool that we see in the future to reinforce our collaboration.
Thank you. To summarize your responses, Quebec innovation ecosystem thrives in the government support and the top universities and the specialized research institute, so as well as the good citizenships and familiar with the technology and the science. Okay, the next question is ready for the Minister Biron. How is Quebec adapting to global uncertainty and rethinking its economic partnership. Actually, we are living in a very turbulent times of economy.
And uncertain times. But for sure, we're adapting. International relation is a moving game, you know, all the time. And what's going on these days in the geopolitics with the war in Ukraine, with what's going on in the Middle East and the election of the new administration in the United States makes us to rethink our alliances all over the world. Quebec is a neighbor from United States and it's our main economic partner. But these days with the tariffs, we need to rethink the way we're doing to reduce our dependency towards United States. So we're activating all our networks elsewhere in the world. We do it in Europe. We do it especially in Canada as well, where there were barriers, and we table bills to put down these barriers to exchange more. But at the same time, we want to explore and to do more in Indo-Pacific. We've been here for a long time. We have a delegation, I would say, I could compare to an embassy in Tokyo, and we have this bureau here in Seoul for 34 years. So the time is to do more. What we did is we upgraded the level of our bureau here in Seoul, which was a bureau, now it's a delegation, and we put more resources in the office, and we did the same in Singapore. So Indo-Pacific is a route that we want to explore, and each region has a specialty. I talked to you about AI earlier. Damien talked to you about our innovation zone in quantum, semiconductor, AI, and robotics, but in aerospace. So these are sectors that we need to work to do more. So we're doing partnership with the city of Seoul. We're doing, we talked with the city of Busan yesterday. So we're expanding our relation, and we're using the experience that we had for so long in the region. And more than doing economic relation, it's important to have a good relation, the same values, the same cultural base. And this, we sense it in South Korea, the importance of their culture that is specific to South Korea, and in Quebec, we're almost the same. We want to keep our specificity, our identity, and this works well in the values and in the ways we can deal and relation with other nation in this world, and it's exactly what's going on in South Korea at this moment.
Thank you for your answer. To sum up, in a successful international collaboration with Quebec requires building trust and actively engaging with the Quebec's the global offices and representative. And we have had the privilege of the hearing the valuable insight from two distinguished panelists in a relatively short time. Through discussions, we have gained important lessons and in strategic directions. Let me empathize to foster a coexistence and the co-evolution of the innovation ecosystems between the South Korea and Quebec. We need to deepen trust-based international collaboration. This concludes our session. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to the Minister and the Biron and the Mr. Pereira and all the organizers and who made this invaluable session possible. And thank you for your participation.